Hi students, welcome to today's video. So in the last class we had discussed about first group elements, that is alkali metals, its electron configuration, atomic and ionic radii, then ionization enthalpy, hydration enthalpy, physical properties, chemical properties, etc., isn't it? Then anomalous properties of lithium, all those things. So today in this video we'll discuss some important compounds of sodium. Okay, we'll discuss some of the industrially important compounds of sodium. So the industrially important compounds of sodium, it include sodium carbonate, then sodium hydroxide, then sodium chloride, and then sodium bicarbonate. So these four are the industrially important compounds of sodium, and we'll discuss about the large scale production of these compounds and their uses. Okay, so first we'll discuss sodium carbonate, that is also called as washing soda. Okay, sodium carbonate. So the formula of sodium carbonate is Na2CO3, you can see 10H2O. So this is the formula of sodium carbonate. Okay, now sodium carbonate, it is prepared by Solvay process. Okay, so we'll see how to prepare sodium carbonate using Solvay process. So the cheap the main products, or sorry, main reactants of Solvay process, they are brine solution, that is sodium chloride NaCl, then you need ammonia, all those. Okay, so we'll see the reactions. So here we are actually, this is the last equation, that is sodium carbonate. So we are preparing sodium carbonate from sodium bicarbonate. Okay, so sodium bicarbonate will be heating to get sodium carbonate. So we'll see how to prepare sodium bicarbonate, because we are preparing sodium carbonate from sodium bicarbonate. So we'll see how to prepare sodium carbonate. Okay, so this is sodium bicarbonate. Okay, so to prepare sodium bicarbonate, you need brine solution. This is brine solution, that is NaCl, sodium chloride. Okay, so this brine solution, you have to treat it with ammonium bicarbonate. Okay, so either you can treat it with ammonium bicarbonate, or what you can do is with sodium chloride, you can pass ammonia gas, and then treat it with carbon dioxide. Also you'll get sodium bicarbonate. Okay, so here this brine solution, it is treated with ammonium bicarbonate. So ammonium bicarbonate reacts with sodium chloride to give what? Ammonium chloride and NaHCO3, that is sodium bicarbonate. Okay, so to prepare sodium bicarbonate, you need ammonium bicarbonate, isn't it? So we need to prepare ammonium bicarbonate. So to prepare ammonium bicarbonate, you need ammonium carbonate. You can see here NH4 twice CO3, ammonium carbonate. So ammonium carbonate reacts with CO2 gas, then water, to give ammonium bicarbonate, isn't it? Now to get ammonium carbonate, you need ammonia. Okay, so this is the first reaction, that is ammonia reacts with water and carbon dioxide to give ammonium carbonate. That ammonium carbonate again reacts it with water molecules and carbon dioxide, you will get ammonium bicarbonate. So from ammonium bicarbonate, treat it with brine solution or NaCl to give NH4Cl, that is ammonium chloride, and NaHCO3, that is sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate. So our aim is to prepare sodium bicarbonate. So for that you need ammonium bicarbonate and then ammonium carbonate, all those, and then ammonia. Okay, now after this what you have to do is this sodium bicarbonate, so sodium hydrogen carbonate, you have to heat it. Actually this sodium bicarbonate will be in a solid form. Okay, so you have to heat it to get a solid form of sodium carbonate, Na2CO3, with carbon dioxide gas, and then H2O, it is a water vapor. Okay, so this is how you prepare sodium carbonate using Solvay process. Now we'll discuss the uses of sodium carbonate. It is used for in water softening and laundering and cleaning. Laundering means cleaning purposes, washing, all those things. Then it is used, baking washing soda. Then it is used in the manufacture of glass, soap, borax, and caustic soda. It is used in paper, paints, and textile industries. It is an important laboratory reagent both in qualitative and quantitative analysis. Okay, so these are some of the uses of sodium carbonate. Now, our next compound is sodium chloride. NaCl is a very common compound, isn't it? Sodium chloride. It is what is say abundantly seen, isn't it? So the most abundant source of sodium chloride, it is seawater, isn't it? This is normal salt what we use. So its source is seawater, which contains 2.7 to 2.9% by mass of salt. Okay, so what do you say? Approximately some 50 lakh tons of salts are produced annually in India by solar evaporation. Okay, so here we'll see how to prepare sodium chloride. Okay, so what you have to do is the crude salt is dissolved in minimum amount of water. Crude salt what we get, okay, so crude sodium chloride, okay, so that you have to dissolve in minimum amount of water. Okay, so how will you get crude sodium chloride? It is obtained by crystallization of brine solution. Okay, crystallization brine solution means it is sodium chloride solution, seawater. Okay, that you have to that have to undergo crystallization. You will get the crystals of what do you say, sodium chloride. So that crude salt, it is dissolved in minimum amount of water and filtered to remove insoluble impurities. Okay, so once you dissolve in minimum amount of water, you know that sodium chloride it will dissolve in water. Okay, so all the insoluble impurities you can filter it and remove. Okay, now in that only soluble impurities will be present. Now what you have to do is that solution you have to saturate it with hydrogen chloride gas. Saturate means that saturation means where once the reaction is done, after that no more reactions will be occurring. Okay, so that solution you have to saturate with hydrogen chloride gas. Once it is done, you will get the crystals of pure sodium chloride separating out. Okay, now all the soluble what you say impurities, that is calcium and magnesium chloride, being more soluble than NaCl, what will happen is they will remain in the solution. Once you pass hydrogen chloride gas, the sodium chloride crystals that is in solid form, it will separate out and the other impurities will be in the solution. So this is how you prepare sodium chloride. Okay, salts, fine. Now we'll see the uses. You know that it is used as a common salt or table salt for domestic purposes, that is in a house we use salt, that is this NaCl. So it is used for the preparation of Na2O2, NaOH, and Na2CO3, that is sodium oxide, sodium hydroxide, and sodium carbonate. Okay, now the next compound is sodium hydroxide, also called as caustic soda, and the formula is NaOH, you can see here. Okay, so the sodium hydroxide, it is prepared commercially using a cell called as the Kastner-Kellner cell. Okay, so sodium hydroxide commercially it is prepared by the electrolysis of sodium chloride, that is brine solution, in Kastner-Kellner cell. So here you can see the image, that is you can see a saturated brine solution is here. This is saturated brine solution, that is NaCl solution. Then you have a carbon anode and a mercury cathode. Okay, so the sign of the anode is positive and the charge of the cathode is negative. So what happens here is this brine solution, that is NaCl, you know that it is Na plus and Cl minus. So this plus sign it will move towards the cathode. Okay, since it is a negative charged electrode, so this plus sign it will move towards the cathode, and what happens is that sodium metal it will combine with mercury to form sodium amalgam there. Okay, and now the Cl minus, that is chlorine gas, chlorine Cl minus, what happens is since it is minus, it will lose one electron and will become Cl2. Okay, that is half Cl2, and it will get liberated as chlorine gas. So this is what is happening here. Now you can see the reactions here, that is at cathode Na plus, that is since it is plus means it is deficiency of electrons, it will gain one electron and get combined with mercury, and it will become sodium amalgam there. Okay, you can see here it will become sodium amalgam. Now at anode, what happens is Cl minus. Minus means it is more number of electrons, so it will lose one electron, you can see here, and become Cl2 gas and get liberated. Okay, now this sodium amalgam which is formed, it is treated with water. You can see a sodium amalgam, it is treated with water to give sodium hydroxide, and you can see mercury plus H2, that is hydrogen gas. Okay, so hydrogen gas will be liberated, that is what is given here, hydrogen is liberated there. Okay, you can see here, this is hydrogen is liberated there, because from this reaction, when the sodium amalgam, when it reacts with water, you will get sodium hydroxide, mercury and hydrogen gas. So this is how you prepared sodium hydroxide using a Kastner-Kellner, you can see Kastner-Kellner cell. Okay, so the sodium hydroxide, it is a white translucent solid, means it is a semi transparent solid. Okay, now we'll see the uses of sodium hydroxide. That is, sodium hydroxide, it is used in the manufacture of soap, paper, artificial silk, and a number of chemicals. It is used in petroleum refining, it is used in the purification of bauxite, then it is used in the textile industries for mercerizing cotton fabrics, for the preparation of pure fats and oils, and as a laboratory reagent. So these are the uses of sodium hydroxide. Okay, now we'll discuss the last compound of sodium, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, or it is also called as sodium bicarbonate, and it is commonly known as baking soda, that is NaHCO3 is the formula of sodium bicarbonate. Okay, so sodium bicarbonate is also known as baking soda because it decomposes on heating to generate bubbles of sodium carbonate. Okay, that is why it is used for cakes and pastries, all those, because to make it light and fluffy. Okay, so sodium bicarbonate, it is prepared, you can see here, it is prepared from sodium carbonate. Okay, so sodium carbonate, it is saturated with carbon dioxide and water molecules, you will get white crystalline powder of sodium bicarbonate. Okay, so it is less soluble, so it will get separated out. Okay, so you can see the reaction here, sodium carbonate, when it treated with H2O and carbon dioxide gas, you will get sodium bicarbonate. So sodium bicarbonate, if you consider the uses, it is a mild antiseptic for skin infections, and it is used in fire extinguishers. So these are the two uses of sodium bicarbonate, and there are many other uses for sodium bicarbonate also.